Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dark Arthur here with What If Issei was sent to the Soul Society? Well, what if Issei died and was sent to the Soul Society? So yeah, this is part one of this What If. Let me begin into this What If. Well, should I do something like this? No, I am thinking of doing something similar to the One Piece one. Maybe the one that I was talking about. What's it called? This one. I'm talking about this one. Also, it's been like over 26 days since I actually uploaded this What If. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing something similar to this, but instead it was actually sent to the Soul Society. Let me say that again. So, I'm gonna either name this What If Issei died and was sent to the Soul Society? Or What If Issei died and had a Shinigami system? Maybe. Whichever just like comes naturally. Whichever just sounds better than I expected. Okay? Maybe that will be the title. Maybe it'll be the other title. Who cares? For right now, this is literally just a what if that I'm doing. Just because why the fuck not? I don't know if I could upload anything else in the afternoon. Because 10, 11, 12. I gotta go take care of someone. Other than that, I'm here to, share upon you this video. Not just kidding. Just upload it and make you guys watch it, but why not? Not the point. Let me just begin into this what if. Let me shut the fuck up and let me begin. Let's do this. Let's start with the story. I actually didn't want to start into the story until I got like not sex. Mostly 700 special video. I was thinking of doing it, but then I said fuck it. It's a similar thing for the One Piece one. I never did for the 600 special. It's like, is it a special day? No, it's just me wanting to upload something random. Yeah. Other than that, let me just begin to what if. Let me shut the fuck up. So, we begin into mostly a brown-haired boy who is right now really sick. The only reason why he's so sick is from his curse. Well, mostly not entirely a curse. Well, it is a curse. And his pieces malfunction right now trying to kill him. Of course, that's not all that's actually happening in this world. This world where the brown-haired boy lives is right now in such peaceful, well, mostly, it's in a peaceful state. Because he was the one to help it in that peaceful state. Right now, he's slowly dying, being so worthless. Because, you see here, the brown-haired boy has actually lost so much. Has lost his harem, has lost his friend, has lost a lot of things. And of course, he feels nothing but despair. This is where, the only people that he can call entirely friends, or not entirely because they also kind of betray him, is mostly, mostly friends would be, they're not really, they are friends, they're still friends, but they're just connected with perverted ways. But mostly they're still friends through that. This is where the brown-haired boy kind of cough up blood, but of course, he says, damn, I can't even visit Murahama Matsuda. It seems that I'm gonna die. I don't even have Dietrich. How did I manage to get Dragon's Fall? And also, evil pieces are corrupting. Yes, his evil pieces are right now being corrupted. The reason why is because mostly of Dragon's Fall. It seems Dragon's Fall tried to kill him with the evil pieces doing the exact same thing. And so he's dying slowly and slowly until he just says, damn it, I need to find a way to get these damn pieces out of me. How would I be able to survive Dragon's Fall? All that I heard from Tawny was the fact that he wishes me luck, but at the same time, he doesn't know how to help me. I can't even contact Great Red. I can't even contact Orpheus. Actually, why would I contact her? She's nothing but a cheated whore also. This is where he gulps up a huge blood splatter until it's like bad. This is where, Issei says, damn it, I'm slowly dying. Damn, I thought I had enough time to live. But I guess I don't. Not since that day. Not since that day. Those horrible sluts decide to cheat on me. Damn it. If only I had a second chance. But that's not gonna happen. I'm just going to die. And no one would even care or blink an eye about my death. Not Great Red, not Orpheus, not even the three factions. no one knew the different factions. I was just a hero, right? Not really. I was not the hero of this, well, mostly aligned factions. I was just a tool to be used. But I guess if I die, it doesn't mean that I have to protect these son of a bitches anymore. If I die, I just die. I don't care. My soul can go somewhere. I don't care. It better not go to hell. I just don't want to be there meeting up with an ex or some devils. Ugh, that'd be creepy as hell. Maybe I should rip out these evil pieces from my body. Those where, well, he looks up and noticed the kind of, mostly, he knows, well, the fourth one broke it and says, "Oh, you're wondering how I'm dying. Well, you should know who I am first. The name's Issei. Well, the old Issei. You see here, I'm Issei, a somewhat 18-year-old boy. Just turned 18 recently, but not the point. Right now, I'm slowly dying. You can see that. Well, yeah. You can see my palish white skin, my grayish brown, well, mostly grayish brown hair, my dullish brown eyes, my dullish golden brown eyes, but not the point. And you can see that I'm skinnier than ever. Yeah, I lost a lot of fat, muscles, and I just lost a lot of shit, but not the point. Well, you're probably wondering how I got to this state. Well, I'll tell you before I die. Because, well, yeah, death is gonna come upon me anyway. So, we go into 1 month ago. So, we go into mostly 1 month. He kind of explains in what really happens. Mostly, Issei was actually in a coma about like 2 months, or not 2 months. Mostly, it was about like, 2 months since the Battle of Chiseka, because he managed to somewhat defeat Chiseka, but also at the same time, he lost Diedrich from a blast that was about to hit volley, mostly from Chiseka, also known as 666 Beasts or something. Something like that. I don't remember what's called the other name. I just call it 666 then, but not the point. Mostly Chiseka. This is where Chiseka wanted to hit volley with an attack, but this is where Issei was the one to block it. Issei gets hit by the attack, and of course his armor shatters, and of course the soul of Diedrich himself disappears. He didn't know where it disappeared, but it disappeared, making him lose the boosted gear. At the same time, he is just a normal human / devil, no more having the boosted gear. This is where he also went into a coma from the attack, because it was quite powerful. Of course, Chiseka was defeated, but not the point. Volley, on the other hand, was considered to be somewhat a hero, just also another hero that kind of like defeated Chiseka, even though that wasn't the case. It was literally Issei's all doing, and a last final resort from Chiseka would have actually destroyed Volley, because Volley didn't have enough power or juice to actually get out of the way. He got almost killed, but Issei was the one to do it. But Issei didn't die fully, but yeah. But of course, well, he did got some pieces ripped off him before, but luckily it was thanks to Great Red and even Orpheus kind of like giving some of those scales off to rebuild Issei's body. And back to normal. Of course, also putting the 8 evil pieces back into his body, not knowing that these 8 evil pieces would destroy him in the near future. But they did not know that. Even though, well, both of them cannot see into the future, so of course they do not know, well, what's going to happen. Of course, one can see someone to the future with their dreams, but they don't really see into the future for Issei's dreams. He only just expects that Issei will be able to kind of have a harem and other things. He wasn't expecting anything else. Of course, he also took a part of Orpheus away from Orpheus just Orpheus. There's 2 Orpheuses, but one is actually named Lily, and the other one is named Orpheus, just the original Orpheus, but yeah, there were just 2 parts. Of course, Great Red had to take mostly Lily away to safekeeping, so no one will ever be able to take her again, but yeah. But of course, this is where, well, everything kind of went down after Issei went in a coma. You see here, after going in a coma, Volley himself, well, yeah, Volley's the dude in this one, but don't worry about that, because I know people are going to confuse, like, why don't you make him a girl? Nah, he's going to be a dude, because why the fuck not? He's going to be one of the problems of why Issei's downfall went down. But we go back into it. Volley Lucifer actually kind of does something unforgivable. Quite unforgivable. But of course, the girls actually did the same thing. This worked well. When Issei woke up after 1 month, he was wondering if he can talk to Dietrich. Realized that he doesn't have Dietrich no more and became saddened. But he became even more saddened when he actually wanted to go kind of visit the girls. He sensed where they're at, but of course, decided to try to like mostly jump scare them just to kind of play a little good prank. But this is where, when he was hiding his present, trying to hide it like very good, he managed to do it because he has no longer a huge kind of like beacon over him no more thanks to Dietrich is gone. But this is where, he just hides his presence to see one thing and horrify me. He sees, mostly all the girls that he ever has in his harem. Mostly like, Reyes and the other girls in the Parage, and of course like Irina and the others. Of course Orpheus was there, but this is where, they were all kind of around Volley Lucifer. Volley Lucifer had a grin, a very mostly cocky grin, to show that he is now considered to be the strongest White Dragon Emperor, because mostly Issei is now doesn't have the boosted gear. Even Volley noticed about this. Well, he does not know about this. He just thought that Issei just managed to just take a hit because he doesn't believe Issei lost his sacred gear entirely. But yeah. But this is where, Issei kind of sees how mostly all of them are just kind of either making our way, mostly Volley, or kind of just telling Volley that let's just go to his place or go to the Kyoto place to kind of have fun. This is where, Issei was horrified after hearing this. He didn't know about this. Of course, he was actually horrified. He actually wanted to call mostly Sir Sexy, think this is a prank or a joke. But of course, when he tried to call Sir Sexy with a magic circle, it got disconnected, or mostly didn't get through, or it wasn't powerful enough, or it just managed to reach the assistant. The assistant says, "Do you have a meeting with Sir Sex?" "No, you don't." This is where she disconnected it, making Issei kind of dumbfounded. He can't contact Sir Zex, Gracefy, or even Seraphoff because it seems to have too much paperwork from, the Battle of Triseca. Even the Juka cannot be reached, or even what they call the other person. I don't remember his name. But this is where, he tries to contact him. He was thinking of using the magic circle to go to the underworld, but then again, he might die just because he doesn't have the boosted gear and he can't be overconfident. But of course, Issei decides to kind of, go into the Gorgorio, because he always has a way to transfer into the Gorgorio. So this is where, he decides to do that. Issei went to the Gorgorio kind of site, and of course, mostly he tries to look for Azel until he noticed the two guards at, mostly two fallen angels at, mostly Azel's kind of like, mostly place. Issei was confused on why there's two guards. There's usually never two guards. This is where, Issei said, "Hey, where's Azel?" This is where Issei said, trying not to cry or sad or any of that. This is where, mostly, they say, "Oh, him? Shit. We do not know. He somewhat locked himself into into his room. We cannot see through it." Issei says, "Why? Can I go inside?" "No, we cannot allow anyone else to go inside." "Is it just Azel or is there someone else?" The guards had to lie and says, "Just Azel." Issei is confused, but this is where, he narrowed his eye. He tried to put enough magic into his eyes, which he started kind of almost bleeding just because he was putting a lot of magic. And of course, luckily it didn't like fall out some blood because there was just like blood coming out from his eyes a little bit. The guards were confused, but this is where, mostly Issei saw what he just saw. He saw, both Azel and also mostly, what's it called, Rossaweiss, and another girl who's actually named, so her name is Rogan, and of course this is how she looks like, but yeah. This is where, he noticed what's it called, both Rogan and Rossaweiss kind of having fun with mostly, his sensei / father figure, Azel, Azel from the Gorgorio and the Governor Eater. Mostly the Governor of Fallen Angels, but yeah. Azel had a smirk, and of course he was talking loud enough for mostly Issei to hear, because he did put mostly hearing to hear what he was saying. And Azel says, "Damn." Azel says, "Damn. Issei has two beauties with him, and yet he didn't actually take the chance to F them." What an idiot. Now I got my perfect chance. This is where he had a very smirking grin on his face, which made Issei very angry, but he couldn't really do anything because the Governor Angel really just fucked him over. But yeah, this is where Issei kind of just stopped looking at the door for a couple of seconds, and this is where Issei said, I see. Well, I should be going then. This is where the two guards were confused, but decided to just ignore it. But yeah, this is where Issei decided to walk away. Issei was actually feeling hurt, tired, really hurt entirely. This is where, well, we go into mostly Issei getting out of the kind of Gorgorio to get back to the human world of, well, Kyoto. Issei wanted to ignore school, but this is where, well, he couldn't ignore the fact that when he turns around to see a kind of like love hotel, he noticed, well, mostly three people that he thought they were his literally friends / brothers. That is basically mostly Kiba, Gasper, and even, well, mostly the other blonde hair being Sanji. Now, Sanji is with Azia and even Raffle and even Koneko, while mostly Gasper is right now kind of kissing Irina, and also Kiba was kind of like making out with mostly Zenovia. This is where Issei kind of became more hurt from the fact that his friends literally also betray him, his brothers. This is where, well, he started kind of wanting to tear up and cry. But this is where, well, he decides to try to walk away, try to ignore all his pain, his feeling, his heart feels shattered. He feels like he's losing everything. This is where, well, he's trying to get back home. But this is where, well, when he tries to get back home, he kind of noticed his parents and wants to say something to try to call out to him until he hears what his parents said. His parents says, finally, those girls have a better husband than ever, especially the super hair boy named Vali Lucifer. He's going to be our new son-in-law. Well, this is where, well, the father kind of said, well, at least Vali Lucifer can take care of a girl and bring us good grandchildren instead of a brownish hair boy named Issei, Hyoto. This is where, well, Mika started kind of laughing, and of course, both of them were just talking trash to Issei. Issei was horrified. Even his parents were just against him. Everyone was against him. This is where, well, he doesn't know what to do. He feels horrified. This is where, well, Issei decides to go somewhere else. And this is where, well, he started going to mostly the forest, and this is where, well, he went to the forest to kind of just check on something. Not really check on something, just to check if an old cabinet was up there. The reason why is he's gonna get away from society entirely. He didn't know that he had Dragon's Fall, or even, well, mostly evil pieces corruption, which mostly he started kind of like falling, very like feeling really sick, not falling, feeling really sick. But when he was doing all that, he kind of got into the cabinet, punched through the window, of course, of the door, opened that shit because it was kind of broken anyway, the cabinet. It was a very rusted cabinet, but still had a bed and other things. And this is where, well, Issei went into the cabinet, opened the door, and just kind of went into the bed. He laid on the bed, and this is where, well, he closed the door behind him. He knows it probably won't even lock. Who cares if he dies or not? Issei is slowly dying, and this is where, well, Issei is just saying, damn it, I gotta contact Tani to know what the hell happening. He feels the 8 pieces corrupting him, but he doesn't know what the other feeling is. Tani says, yes, what is happening? Issei says, Tani, I need to know, is there any type of sickness for mostly dragons? Sickness? Well, there's not many type of sickness for mostly dragons, Tani said, because Issei managed to contact him through a magic circle even though it was weak. But Tani had enough time to notice what it was from Issei. This is where, well, Tani was the only one who's an OG who actually responds to Issei. This is where, well, Tani says, there's not many type of sicknesses. We dragons don't get really sick that often. Maybe there's one, but it's rare. It's very rare for mostly dragons who have. And it's one sickness that I refuse or would ever let a dragon have. What is it? Dragon's Fall. It's when a mate decides to betray, or multiple mates decide to betray one dragon by either dying or cheating on that dragon. If that happens, then Dragon's Fall would appear. Of course, mostly Dragon's Fall is quite rare and also quite deadly from the fact that you cannot remove it. If there was a way to remove it, then that would be a good thing. I see. Okay, so I shouldn't get this sickness because I'm only you're only human slash devil. I mean, if you had Dietrich, it will be, well, yeah, that should not be impossible for you. You shouldn't be able to have it. Can I talk to Dietrich? No, he's sleeping right now. Damn it, lazy red dragon. This is where Issei says, yeah, lazy red dragon. This is where mostly Issei says, thank you, Tony. Wow, I should be going to sleep then. Tony says, okay, good night, Issei. Issei says, yeah, good night and goodbye. This is where mostly Issei said forever, but Tony didn't hear it. Instead, Issei just disconnected. This is where mostly Issei fall back down, and of course he realized he does have Dragonfall. All the things that he saw made him have Dragonfall. This is where he regrets actually living forever. This is where he's going to slowly die. Issei started kind of like laying on the bed. He hasn't ate anything because even if he tries to eat anything, he dies. But this is where or not dies, mostly just because he doesn't have anywhere to go. He's too weak to get out of the bed. This is where we go back into mostly Issei. Well, not Issei, mostly the month passing by and back to Issei's mostly like almost dead body. He's right now in the domain of death. He's literally stepping upon it. One leg into it, while the other leg is still in the outside. This is where, Issei said, and that's all my story. Well, there are some good things about this. This is where, Issei said before the door kind of widened open, the cabinet door. Like it just bust through, and this is where, a black bear appears, kind of walking up to mostly Issei, looking like if it was about to just pounce on Issei. But the black bear decided to pull out like mostly this like mostly bag of berries. This is where Issei says, you see here, this bear right here, his name is, this is where, it was basically a black bear that had a crescent symbol on his like chest. And there was also another like mostly animal next to him that brought like some water through some bamboo. This is where, it was like a panda, which it had black and white spots, but yeah. This is where Issei said, these two are considered to be my only other friends, except for the other two humans like Monohama and Matsuda. I don't know if they betrayed me or not, but if they did, well, who cares? Because all I need is these two friends of mine. This is where, Issei went to kind of grab one of the berries. Of course, he's so weak that he can't even grab them. So, of course, the bear had to grab one of them and try to gently put it in Issei's mouth, which Issei's just nibbling on it. Issei said, this is lunar. This is where he points at the black bear with most of the moon crescent symbol on his chest. And this is where Issei then says, and that's over there. His name is, so his name is Po Panda. So basically, I'm just mixing both names from mostly, if you have never seen Kung Fu Panda, then mostly you won't know the main character's name. His name is Kung Fu, or not Kung Fu, mostly Po. So yeah, P-O, that's just what it says. And that's what Issei named the panda, Po, also known as a Kung Fu Panda for him. Because the panda does know some martial arts, because the panda did kind of like watch a lot of TV about fighting, but yeah. He was actually kind of adopted when he was a child to kind of not have a master, but have an owner somewhat. And of course, the panda owner just like watch a lot of Kung Fu Panda and other stuff. But yeah, like, well, not Kung Fu Panda, but mostly like watch a lot of like mostly Jackie Chan or like Bruce Lee or whatever. And the panda decided to try to mimicry that like Kung Fu kind of style. But yeah, so of course that's why Issei calls him Po. This is where, Issei kind of just nibbles on the fruit, and Issei grins at the two pandas, or mostly not two pandas, the two bears, and this is where, Issei says, thank you again. This is where, mostly the two mostly nodded. Of course, they sat down, kind of just looking at Issei. Issei was very sick, very sick. The both animals could not even help, or even think of even helping Issei. He was too weak, very weak, and very late into the game to even save. He was right now close to death, more close to it than ever. Issei said, but yes, I am close to death. I cannot sustain my life anymore. I would die in about a couple of days. But I guess I want to do it faster. Even though I don't want to leave you two, my friends. I never do want to leave you two, my friends. Because you are the only people that actually care about me. Maybe when I'm a ghost, I can actually be with you guys. Since you two are the only friends I ever had. I'm so sorry. Issei reaches both his hands towards both the panda and the bear, and this is where almost Issei says, "Goodbye, Lunar and Poe. I'm going to die. I wish you could understand me, but I know you won't. So sorry." This is where, Issei started kind of like taking mostly his eyes closing, and this is where he just wanted to take a nice rest because he knows he's going to die anyway. This is where both the panda and even, well, mostly bear, even though they're just animals, they can actually still have feelings. And of course, seeing how they're mostly somewhat like friend slash human is actually dying. They can't do anything. They're only animals that will survive an instant other things, but their instinct is kind of dull a little bit, where the point they won't hurt humans that much. That's where, well, also if you want to know what the black bear with the moon crest is, he's actually called a, what's it called? He's actually an Asian black bear, so this is what they look like. So yeah, they look like a big, fluffy, just like plushy. But yeah, I don't know, it looks kind of fluffy as hell. But yeah, this is where, well, mostly Issei is closing his eyes while the two animals decide to walk away to maybe come back later to see if he's okay. Because they don't know if sleep might be able to help Issei. But this is where, well, Issei kind of noticed both of the animals be gone. He says, "I'm so sorry, but I need to do this." Issei wanted to remove the evil pieces by himself, so that's what he did. He started struggling, but of course managed to rip out all 8 pawn pieces, and even one that was actually purplish, because it was literally Orpheus kind of power. He managed to rip it out, and this is where, well, he kind of puts them down. Puts them in a, what's it called, like, mostly box that was next to him. He's bleeding out now. He doesn't have any regeneration or any of that. Issei then closes his eyes and says, "Well, time to just let myself die. I'm so sorry, you two. So sorry. First, your 2 previous master slash friends. Now me. I'm so sorry. I'm not your master. I'm just a friend. Goodbye, cruel world." This is where, well, Issei right now has 1 tear drop to the ground, and it was white, and it just splashes, and everything went black after that. But we go into mostly, well, everyone in the world being happy with their lives. Some people struggling with mostly their own life, but someone with pinkish hair for some reason kind of was actually like right now swinging a wooden sword to our friend with brownish hair, and they both had the weird instinct that someone died. Someone that they weren't too close, but they've realized that someone died. We go into 2 kind of perverted bald, well, mostly 1 perverted baldy, and 1 guy with black hair that's kind of long and has glasses. We're looking at some magazines, and they felt like their heart shattered for some reason. They felt like if a friend or part of them just died for some reason. This is where we go into a brownish hair girl with kind of like greenish, like hazelish eyes or something. They're like almost greenish or hazel or whatever. This is where, well, she was like looking at mostly her parents who were arguing with her, and of course is where she was arguing with them because she still wanted to stay cool, just because of a certain brown haired boy who seemed to be always kind of cheerful and other things, but for some reason felt like that memories just shatter also. She was confused, but she felt a little heartbroken also. This is where, well, her mother notices and of course wanted to ask if the girl was okay, until the girl just got up and kind of walked to her room. This is where, well, she did not say anything. For some reason, she felt like someone died. Someone's kind of special to her. That she believed to be special, but yeah. Of course, those from the ORC or any of the other people who cheated or just said things, blah, 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 to Issei, never felt Issei kind of left them. Mostly, they still think that Issei is in a coma. No one actually figured out that Issei got out of the hospital or anything. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei, mostly, there's other people that mostly felt it. For some reason, mostly a girl with blackish hair doing paperwork, and right now in college is right now kind of just ignoring all this paperwork. This is where, well, her name is Sona Sifri. This is where next to her is actually her queen, who is named Sabaki. Yeah, I forgot Sabaki's last name, but this is where, well, they were doing a lot of paperwork, and this is where, well, for some reason they got the instant that something happened to someone. Sabaki's glasses kind of shattered, while mostly Sona's glasses cracked. For some reason, she had 1 tear falling down. She was confused on why she even cried. This is where, well, she was very confused. Her magic started kind of turning, well, mostly kind of going out of reaction, which her 1 water teardrop just became an ice shard and just stabbed to the ground. This is where, well, like something just appeared. Like something disappeared entirely. Those people who had a small fraction connection to Issei, either gods or just humans entirely, has felt the ripple from Issei's death. Issei has fully died on November 25, 2024. You want me to just say 24? Fuck it. I don't know. Let's just go on with that number. He's basically in the modern time. So yeah, that's where, well, Issei has fully died. The ripple has went through everywhere. People don't understand why they even did something like that. They just had this instinct that someone they either cared or seen as a great hero or seen anything has just died. They were just confused. They wanted answers, but for right now they couldn't do or get those answers. A girl with kind of 9 tails, mostly she had goldenish long hair, and of course she looked like a mini version of, well, her mother, has also kind of started crying. She didn't know why, but she had the instinct to cry. Of course, where her mother had also the instinct, but they did not understand why at all. It was Kuniko and, well, Kuno, and also, we'll see, what's it called? Yakuza, who was actually crying, but yeah, but not the point. We go into a time skip of Issei being in the black void. This is where Issei says, so, I'm not in hell or heaven, but I am in the black void. This is quite interesting. Quite interesting. So, I'm dead. I don't have DJ with me. And I'm just going to be traveling this world, in this dark void forever. No longer having anyone with me. Well, this is interesting. This is very interesting. He noticed to the very far right of him to see 2 swords as she appeared, and then to the very left of him he saw a bright light. He either goes to the 2 swords or to the bright light. Issei said fuck, and he went to the swords. He saw one sword seeping with this purplish black darkness, while the other one was actually seeping with this familiar energy for some reason. But decided to pick up both swords just because why not? He's going to need them anyway, forever where he's going. Either he's going to get reincarnated, he's going to be thrown to some society like hell or something that he needs to fight for his life, heaven, whatever. He doesn't even believe he's going to heaven. To the purgatory, some kind of weird place or whatever. But when he's getting close to the place where he's needing to be, maybe Hades' realm, the kind of underworld where Hades usually control, is not hell, which Hades is mostly his dimension, is a kind of stop for any of those people who have somewhat kind hearts. Not really. It's just for the dead to go. But if mostly Hades' realm gets too full, mostly hell or heaven will actually have to be a location spot. But yeah. Or even purgatory, but yeah. This is where Hades was actually feeling the Red Dragon Emperor go into the dimension. But before going into the dimension, the Red Dragon Emperor was actually appearing into the dimension of the underworld. Hades felt it. Hades actually wanted to go towards the location. But then felt for some reason another familiar, well not familiar? Well, it was familiar entirely. This energy was familiar and much more stronger than him. Pull Issei out of this dimension and pull him to a different dimension entirely. This is where, well, when Issei walked out of the black hole void, he appeared at a very old-timey kind of Asian part kind of village, country or whatever. Issei was confused. He didn't notice that he doesn't have the 2 swords with him. He noticed that he isn't butt-ass naked, not really, but he is wearing what's it called? We're mostly this old-timey clothes that kind of look like this. Let me show you. So he is kind of wearing this grayish, kind of white strip kind of outfit, but yeah. Well, it is grayish, but at the same time, it's just grayish. It does have some rips and torns, but he's confused in how he even got here that much. But yeah, Issei is just seeing this place, basically. Basically, he just saw this entirely. In the middle, it just looks like this, but all around, he just sees these old-timey kind of broken down houses. But yeah, he's somewhat in the Rukon district, but yeah. This is where, well, he's basically in the Soul Society. Welcome to the Soul Society, where everything must be fun. No, just kidding. But mostly Issei is confused. Where am I? Issei decides to talk to someone that was next to him, like a lady, some kind of old lady. And this is where Issei says, excuse me, ma'am, where do you think I am at? Or where am I? This is where the old lady says, you're at the Rukon district. Are you a new soul to the Soul Society? Issei says, Soul Society? The old lady says, oh my, so you have no information for the Soul Society. Yes, this is called the Soul Society, where all the dead souls decide to go to. I see. Can you explain a little bit more? Well, I don't have much information, but you can talk to some of the Soul Reapers that usually come around here. Or mostly just one of them. Issa says, sure. How would I know or distinct them from being normal souls to Soul Reapers? They usually wear all black and usually has a sword with them. This is where Issa says, I see. They also have quite powerful reality with them, so you can try to like find them. They're usually around here or somewhere. This is where, or not that much, but yeah, they're usually at mostly the gate. This is where, well, Issa says, I see. Thank you, ma'am. I'll be going to go check on that then. This is where, well, Issei kind of went to the location where the gate will be at and saw this like big, tall dude who was actually like the gate guard. This is where, well, mostly the person says, hey, halt there. So, you're not supposed to get over here. Issei says, no. I'm just here for some questions. I'm just new to this world. I'm confused in what is happening. This is where, well, Issei is actually talking normal. He's not talking too rough from his voice. He doesn't feel like he's already, well, he feels like he's dead, but he doesn't feel like he's actually dying slowly. He doesn't have the evil pieces or the dragon's form anymore. This is where Issei said, I'm here to talk. This is the tall man says, talk? What do you want to talk? Where am I? You are in the Soul Society. Okay. What is a Soul Society? The tall man says, well, I don't know how to explain this to you, but I'll get someone to explain it better to you. He gets one of the Soul Reapers to actually go talk to him. A guy with kind of blackish hair and like blackish eyes. Just some random, but not the point. This is where the person's name is not needed. Maybe it's needed, maybe in the near future, but add something, but not the point. But this is where the person says, this is the Soul Society. If you do not know what it is, it's basically for all souls to go to the undead. I mean, there's 3 dimensions. Well, mostly the Soul Society, human world, and also Wakemundo. But I'll explain. Well, Wakemundo is not really needed for me to explain, unless you're trying to become a Soul Reaper, which you don't seem to be rich enough to be. Go to the Soul Academy. He says, I see. So what is all this again? This is where, well, the Soul Reaper explains about how the Soul Society works and how a lot of things and other things. This is where Issa says, so basically normal human rules applies to this rule. So what? I see. Okay. So I should belong in the Rukon district. Yes. Wherever you appeared at. Okay. That sucks for me, doesn't it? That's where Issei started thinking, and this is where, well, he didn't notice that he released a very powerful burst of Ryasu from his body, and this is where, well, Issei said, okay, thanks. This is where Issei starts walking away, going back to the Rukon district. The Soul Reaper was wide on his eyes. That Ryasu literally rivals that of, like, Captain, mostly the Captain of, well, the 11th Division. I think it's 11th or 10th. Which one is it? Wait. So, in the 11th Division, being that of Kampachi Zaraki, his Ryasu literally burst through that much. It probably even stronger, but he can't tell. He's not in the 11th Division, but he felt the power for the 11th Division Captain. This is where, well, mostly Issei starts walking away and start kind of like getting towards mostly the Rukon district. Now this is where, well, he doesn't know what to do with life, but maybe he could just be some kind of like hermit or something. Similar to that of that one kind of show that he watched, Naruto. Yeah, Naruto, which Jiraiya, Jiraiya, the Toad Sage became a hermit and just wrote a lot of books and other things. He could probably do something like that. Maybe. Talk about his random stupid life, being a devil and other things. Maybe he should do that. But then again, he wants to know what this Ryasu is. But he felt very strange when he got back to Rukon District. He felt much more powerful. But decided to ignore that factor and decided to go on with his hermit idea. But other than that, I'll be leaving, well, not leaving it off here, no, just kidding. But this is where, well, before anything happens, Issei kind of, for some reason, felt like he should just turn to the right. He turns to the right and sees something next to him. A blue box. He's confused until, for some reason, he got the idea that this kind of reminds him straight up of Solo Leveling. Since he read that before. He clicked on the blue box, and this is where the blue box says, so, this is where, well, the blue box appears saying, welcome, player. Well, welcome, player soul. This is where, well, he says, welcome, player soul. Yeah, what is your name? What is your name would like to be? This is where he says, what would I like to be named? Would I be able to change it? Issei tries to talk to the system. Of course, the system says, yes, their time soon. Issei says, fine, then I'll just change it to Issei for right now. I'm not keeping the Hyodo or even Grammar-y name. I'm not that stupid. Does it work well? Mostly the systems nod and says, yes. Welcome, Issei Hyodo, the soul. Does it work well? Mostly Issei says, yeah, I am a soul, but not the point. Does it work well? The system goes to explain about the stats, mostly titles and other things. Issei realizes he has 0 titles or 0 stats because he literally just died, so of course it seems the system just reset it into wherever he's at right now. He has no money, but does it work well? His strength levels and other things are quite down, but he noticed he has a tons and tons of fucking Ryotsu. Issei says, how the hell do I have that much? Actually, I don't care how much I have it. That's a lot. 1,000? Well, not 1,000. Mostly it says 100k. This is where it always says that's a fucking lot. Holy shit. Whatever. Maybe I should just. Yeah, you know what? If I have the system and for some reason I'm in the Soul Society, for some reason that word does roll out from my tongue and it seems familiar, like if I watch some anime, but not the point. If I'm in the Soul Society and I have the system, I'm gonna get strong as shit. And maybe I can become a soul reaper. Yes, that's what I'll do. Yeah, that's what I'll do. This is where, well, we go into mostly a time skip. But for right now, I'll be leaving it off here for this part, mostly 1. Yes, I just wanted to add the system into it. But other than that, bye. So, yeah, I gotta be going. Other than that, bye.